We are layered up in the Pratte Pack gym. Yeah, little Steelers action today. They take on the Browns, of course, Sunday at 1 on CBS. You can see it locally on KDK TV2. Don't forget, Greg Diolis, Bob Dvorak, and Ted Arnaud walking the line. We break it all down beginning at 11 o'clock on the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show from CBS Radio World Headquarters in Greentree. Speaking of CBS, a fine writer, Bill Reiter, who covers the MMA, mixed martial arts, I was reading what he had to say about Ronda Rousey. He made a lot of sense, although I don't think she will lose tonight. But I do think this could be her final time in the octagon. Why? Because she has proved that she's got a whole lot more talent than using her fist. She's an incredible young lady who's got a lot of smarts, understands the entertainment world, I think would be a great commentator in the MMA. And also, remember judo, that's something else that she is very good at. And the Olympics will be here before you know it. And I think any major network or broadcast facility will do a smart thing by hiring her. I've seen her act in Entourage and, yeah, one of those Fast and Furious movies, the last one. But why would she continue to do this? I think she wants to prove to the world, even though the last time we saw her fight, in which she got knocked out by Holly Holm in one round, that she is still the brand that made the UFC, along with Dana White, who is a great promoter, the president of the organization, $1 billion franchise, and it continues to escalate. But what she did, she also brought a whole lot of talent to that 135-pound bantamweight division in which she's going to try to retain her title. Amanda Nunes has won 4 in a row, and she had a brutal knockout of Miesha Tate, showing that why they call her the young lioness, because she is in attack mode from the very beginning. But the thing about Ronda Rousey that you must understand, she can fight while in a defensive mode. Now, what does that mean? She can take it to the floor, protect herself, and she can really cause a whole lot of problems at the same time on the offensive side of this great sport. Very competitive. Yes, many people believe a little brutal, but I do believe these are gladiators. These are people that are second to none when it comes to people that have pride in who they are physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and they take it very serious on what they do. I have said many times to a whole lot of folks that I have been around in the sport of boxing and obviously the MMA, I give everyone credit at any level, no matter where they are, if they lace up the leather, whether it be in the sport of boxing or they jump into that octagon. Because believe me, the adrenaline that you get from that and a rush, I'm sure that you will never experience anywhere else. And being a fan of it, I must tell you, I await this fight with a lot of anticipation. I am a fan of Ronda Rousey, and I'm hoping that she does get a win. But I also have a whole lot of respect for Amanda Nunes and the people that she has got through to get to this fight. This is going to be her world stage, her opportunity to make a big splash. And from here on out, it's going to be an opportunity for her to make a whole lot of money. And let's face it, whatever they make, and I hope it's a whole lot of money from here on out, those who enter that octagon, it is deserving of it. But for all of you who will be fighting for many years, and I believe generations to come, because this has also become a huge hit pay-per-view-wise, I mean, the #1 pay-per-view sport, I believe, anywhere worldwide, you all have one lady to thank, Ronda Rousey. That's right. And I'm kind of curious to see what will happen after this fight tonight. Obviously, I want them to both be safe and get out of that octagon healthy, and hopefully they will be able to do that. But tonight, I think this one, my opinion, is going to be a very fast-starting fight. But I look for it to go a whole lot longer than a lot of Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes fights. They're both great strikers. They can both take it to the floor and have excellent defensive skills. As I mentioned, their offensive talent is really good. But what they're both known for is that big punch. But I think they're both going to be on the defensive side after a fast start, and it will kind of pace itself into the later portion of this fight to where I think the decision could actually be just that, a decision. A lot of people are expecting a knockout. I'm not so sure that's going to happen because I think both of these fighters realize each other's potential when it comes to that knockout. So it's going to be scoring a lot of points, a lot of strategy, and I think you're going to see a lot of the reason why I think this is much more than just a fighting sport It's a sport of smarts, to where you have to understand your opponent. It's a chess match. You have to outthink them, and you have to be staying out in front 2 or 3 moves ahead of your opponent. It's going to be very interesting. And, this is going to be a good card tonight, UFC 207. You're going to want to get your hands on it as quickly as you can. Comcast, DirecTV, Dish TV. Also, a bantamweight men's fight getting a lot of attention. Dominic Cruz, who's taking on a hot up-and-coming fighter by the name of Cody Garbrandt. That, too, is going to be on this amazing card tonight. So to Dana White and everyone, I think you've outdone yourself. All I can ask for is Godspeed, and all of these fighters get out of that octagon healthy, and we get a chance to do it again down the road. So enjoy it tonight. Main event, Ronda Rousey trying to recapture that bantamweight championship against the world title holder, Amanda Nunes, on pay-per-view. It should be a knockout.